think for us coming back in spring, we obviously we've lost seniors, so we've kind of got a new group coming back. We returned 17 this spring, and it was really figuring out new roles, new positioning. I think one of our biggest goals for spring is developing everybody's fundamental basics and tactical awareness of the game. And then that obviously carries over through the summer into the fall. I think some highlights of the spring for us were, I think Claire Johnson had a fantastic spring as somebody that got some playing time last fall, but really had a very good spring. I think her game is really coming along a lot. Our backfield really got very consistent with one another. We've kind of got 5 players right now for 4 spots who we've got consistency with, and I know for me I feel confident with any of the 5 playing on the field together. We're returning 5 strong seniors for the fall, and I think this spring they really developed themselves as leaders for the team, individually and collectively as a group. So it was a very strong spring for us. I think we brought the level up of our entire team. I'm excited to see us compete in the fall. Yeah, well, we have obviously the returners come in. We have 9 freshmen, and our goal is that our returners are going to be the ones that are going to really be setting the tone for the team. So the freshmen will come in, they'll contribute and play, but the goal is that our returners have done the work in the spring and then obviously carry over in the fall, that they're who we're relying on for the fall when we come back. You know, I think for us we got some wins in the spring, which was great. We had a lot of people scoring goals. Last fall, Abby Barker was kind of our dominant goal scorer. In the spring, we saw goals from a number of other players. Catherine Jameson put a few in. We had a 7v7 tournament at Louisville, and in that, I think almost everybody in the team got a goal just about, which was great just to see some different people finishing. And then we look at our forward line. Mallory Tyler, Victoria Radwell have really improved their game for the fall, that can also assist with Abby on the forward line. I think for us, we start training in middle of January, so it's a long slug until we get outside to play games. So we had an indoor tournament with Michigan in February. It was competition and fun early in the season. The girls got to compare themselves to somebody else, which is always a benefit. But then we opened up at home the end of March. And I think for the girls, it's just really kind of a marker to see that all the hard work they've put in is paying off to that point. And we had some great results over the spring in our tournament in the Spring League. That I think just gives us confidence going into the fall season. Yeah, I think for us, we really have time to get to know the freshmen most of, because we've got time to really sit down and chat and meet with them and get to know them, whereas in the fall they're transitioning in, and for some reason we're kind of the scary people that we don't necessarily, they don't really open up to as much. So I think as a team we really get to know the freshmen and also the returners a little bit more. Obviously as the girls transition to becoming older, more mature players in the team, their roles and goals change. So we talk through that with them, and obviously put that into action in our games. I think for us, we just get an idea of how the team is shaping up for the fall and our expectations for them over the summer months and what we want them to accomplish, so that when they come back in August, we can just hit the ground running. I've got high expectations for our 5 seniors. We met with them last week, and they've got big goals, as do we, and they know that their commitment over the summer is going to be key, and not just in terms of what they're doing on the field and on the track, but also just keeping the team together and we having good team chemistry over the summer months when people are away until they all get back here pretty much July time. I think Abby Barker, I expect to come back again and have another solid year for us coming off her All-American sophomore year. But I think I can go down the line with our returning group. I think Ali Helwig, Jenny Smith in the backfield are going to be great for us, as well as Kristen Henn and Mallory McDonough and Michelle Graham, who are all returning. I think our midfield is consistent. We've got Catherine Jameson returning, Becky Stiles and Heather Howie, and then Addie Donaldson's joining that group too. So I think when you look at the team, we've got a really solid group returning, and I think they kind of set the bar high this spring, so we've got high expectations for them coming back.